This week, we've been bringing the name of the show to life, walking through the 5 dimensions behind the full circle leader. Self-accountable, leading yourself first, people first, developing the people around you. And then yesterday, we talked about systems aware, seeing the patterns underneath the problems. And today, we are closing out the circle with the last 2. And I'm giving them to you together because they are 2 sides of the same coin from my perspective. Dimension number 4 is community rooted, and dimension number 5 is impact conscious. Think about those words, community rooted, impact conscious. Do you get what I mean about them being the 2 sides of the same coin? Community rooted is understanding that your leadership is strengthened through connection. And measuring success not by achievement, but by belonging and shared progress. And impact conscious is understanding that every action creates ripple effects. And defining success not only by immediate results, but by what those results create over time. One is about what you build right now. The other is about what that building creates after you've gone, your legacy. And together, they are what actually makes something full circle. So here is the story that brought both of these to life for me. My friend Carol is writing a book about the patterns women have carried for generations. The inherited expectations, the invisible struggles, the quiet question that follow so many of us. Am I enough? And as part of her research, she interviewed me, and then she interviewed my mom, and then she interviewed my daughter Mason. And then she brought all 3 of us together to go a little deeper on one Zoom call. My mom at 79, me at 51, and Mason at 23. 3 generations on the same Zoom screen. And listening to all of us talk about our leadership, what holds us back, where we get tripped up, the stories we tell, it was a very special moment. My mom, who has lived nearly 8 decades, talked about the same worthiness questions that I've carried my entire life. The same weight of expectation. And Mason, this force in her early 20s who moves through the world with a certainty that took me decades longer to find, described versions of the exact same thing. 79, 51, 23, same thread running through all 3 of us, plain as day. That's community rooted, not networking, not achievement, just 3 leaders related by blood and by struggle, sitting in the same space and recognizing themselves in each other. And here's the impact conscious part. These patterns don't start with us. They were handed down by our mothers and their mothers and their mothers before them. Women doing the very best they could inside systems that were not built with them in mind. And it's not an excuse, it's an invitation to get curious about what you've inherited and to make a real conscious choice about what you pass forward. Because the thread keeps going through you, into the people you lead, into everyone who watches how you carry yourself when things get hard. And that is the whole idea behind this show's new name. Full circle leadership is not a milestone you hit. It is something you build, one relationship, one ripple at a time. And I hope when you think about the words full circle leader, I asked you to do that during Tuesday's Daily Dose of Leadership. I asked you to think about what those words mean to you. I hope now that they mean something a little more specific than they did earlier in the week when we started this series. So here's your reflection for today. What is one thing you want to consciously change about what gets passed forward from you? You get to choose. As a self-accountable, People first, systems aware, community rooted leader. You are influencing every single day. Do you know what kind of ripples you are creating? And if any of this week stirred something in you about your own leadership, we would love to walk through it with you at Abundant Empowerment. There are multiple ways to grow in community. So learn more on our website at abundantempowerment.com. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.